I'm Wynter from the Left Pedal, and today we're doing something that there's not a lot of content out there for. We're going to actually be working on my GSXR600 today, and we're going to show you how to change out the assembly, the shifter assembly. Am I gonna have to redo that part?
You don't have to.
Okay, we're just gonna keep it. I did unfortunately drop my bike probably about a month ago. Thankfully it wasn't at a very fast speed. It was just in my neighborhood. So if this is your shifter, right? This is the longer lever and this is the shorter one. The shorter piece just fell off when I dropped it, so I couldn't go anywhere but in first gear. So because of that, I had to get a new one. I've already replaced it, but for low content purposes that's out there on the internet, we're going to make a video so that way you guys have easier access to figure out how to change it at home. So let's do it. Allen wrench, Allen key, both of them. So first things first, when you get to your assembly, you're going to want to grab a size 6 Allen key, and you're going to remove the 2 bolts that are right next to your foot peg. So when you remove those, the assembly is going to want to just drop, so make sure you're prepared for that. When you get to your shift rod or gear rod, whatever you want to call it, both of them kind of work, you're going to have 2 nuts on either side, and you're going to want to unscrew the side that's connected to your shift assembly. When you've got those nuts undone, you're going to just start to twist the rod itself, and then it will basically come apart, and then you've got the whole assembly now detached from the bike, which makes it a lot easier to work on. Once you have that assembly detached, you're going to flip it so that way you see the bolt on the other side. You're going to take a size 8 Allen key and undo that, and that'll basically take apart the whole assembly. Now, removing the actual foot peg and the shifter is not hard at all after that. You're just going to literally take them apart. So now that we've shown you how to take it off, I'm going to show you how to put it back on. So after you've got your foot peg and your shifter back together, you're going to put both of those back into the bigger metal piece that it was attached to before. And the one thing you want to make sure you really pay attention to is the 2 almost prongs need to line up with that big metal piece. It'll be very obvious where they're supposed to go, but if they don't go back in correctly, your shifter will move around, and then eventually you'll just have a really loose setup, and that's not good at all. That happened to me. Make sure you pay attention. It's no good. No bueno. Very sad. Well, I caught it in time, so it was fine. After you've got that lined up, you're going to take that bolt, put it back in that hole, and you're going to make sure that it's really tight, because again, if it's not tight, it will become loose, and you don't want that to happen, especially when you're riding. You don't want, after that, you can't shift anymore. It's just done. You're stuck in the gear that you're in, and you can't stop forever. So after you've tightened everything, it looks good, that's when you go back to your gear rod, your shift rod, whatever, and you twist it into that tiny little ball at the bottom, and then once it's in, you're going to tighten that nut back up so that way it does not move. Pay attention to it because it might come undone. Mine, I've noticed, has come loose over time and has tried to twist out, so just make sure you pay attention to that every time you go ride. I'm also weaker, so I can't tighten it as much. It's fine, whatever. And then after you've done that, you're going to put it back onto the bike with those 2 other bolts. After everything's good, tight, and back on, your bike is ready to go back out on the road, and you're ready to go ride again. Now you know how to change out your whole shifter assembly and your shifter, which is good knowledge to have because now you don't have to pay someone to do such a simple job. I'm Wynter, this has been The Left Pedal. Be sure to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell if you haven't done that already. That way you can be notified when we post videos. Woo! We'll catch you guys next time. Bye!